Gold H4 time frame, your big support 1935 and resistance 1983, and this wave from this bottom to top, your AVC wave are complete, and right now we are in correction. So if it goes up and 1983 level breakout, then it will confirm that impulsive wave Y has started. So this big red candle was your GDP news, and this same news was near at the bottom. So gold is ignoring strong GDP number, but problem is if GDP is going up, if it can go from negative to positive, and it is still going up while CPI is collapsing from 9% to 3%, then other indicator can also go up like GDP. But from this high 1987 we are in correction, and this trend has almost retraced 50%. And on Friday you saw PCE is now 3% and CPI is also 3%. So inflation is now almost under control. So that's why it went up after a strong GDP number. But to get more information that why price will break up above 1983 level, or why it can retest 1935 level, your daily time frame give us clear information. So above this white trend line, bullish, and if price retests this trend line this week, then you can buy. That's your dynamic support, and 1937 is your static support, and this area and your strong horizontal resistance 1984. So above this trend line and below this 1984, price is sideways and you are in correction mode. And now this can be your inverted head and shoulder chart pattern, and right now we are in right shoulder. But breakout of this neckline 1984 depends on your news this week from Monday to Friday. So Friday is your most important news, NFP, and before that on Monday your second quarter loan officer survey data. So you saw Silicon Valley bank run, but how that crisis is affecting the economy, we have to wait for that official survey. So this information can change market sentiment on first day of the week, because now everyone have forget about bank run, and your rate pause in June FOMC meeting was all about Silicon Valley bank run. Then your next news this week is RBI interest rate decision, and since September last year you have seen this small central bank is creating big price action in gold. On same day you have PMI number and your JOLTS number. So on first day of new month you have three big news, and last two are your most important news. Then your next news, ADP Last time you saw on a strong ADP number, gold went down vertically, but ADP is not important as NFP. Then on Thursday, you have job claims, you have Bank of England interest rate decision, and your service PMI, SP Global and ISM. So again you have most important news. Then your final and last news on Friday is NFP. And if you have watched Fed FOMC speech, then he has said clear, if CPI and NFP both goes down before September FOMC meeting, then this FOMC, then they will not hike again. And if these two number goes up, then they will hike again. So if NFP comes strong, then it can be bearish. So if all of these number, JOLTS, job claim and NFP confirm that labor market is weakening, then this can be bullish sign for gold this week. So breakout of 1984 level depends on all of this big news. And if you see this entire price action, this was your rate hike trend and this was your decreasing rate hike trend from 75 to 25 basis point, and this was your profit taking correction. And rate pause means sideways gold, and it is sideways on 1959, and your these two trend has end, and right now we are in new trend, rate cut from 1893 level. So that's why it came down on strong GDP number, but it is still above 1930 level. And for more clarity, for breakout of this sideways range between 1930 and 1984, this week you will see new monthly candlestick, and this new candlestick closed above 2075 or below 1919 support level. Depends on your two news this month, your BRICS summit end of the month and Fed Jackson Hole meeting end of the month. So if soft landing turn into recession, then next candle can easily close about 2075. And your first trigger can be NFP news this week. And there are two simple questions for beginner trader. When was the last time you saw 5.5% Fed interest rate? And what is more dangerous, recession or stagflation? Because all the people who sit at front seat of Fed FOMC speech and ask question directly to Fed chair, they all have declared this was your last hike, while your new trend rate cut is already started and rate pause trend is already ended. And people who are asking these questions, who write those headline, they are not day trader and intraday trader. So either you watch Fed FOMC speech, then decide what you will do next. But I challenge again, you missed again many important points from Fed. And your last FOMC speech was total waste of time. And now these people are asking that if more and more people watch Barbie movie, then inflation will go up. And this was the reason that you saw gold collapse in February month. So if GDP is going up, then CPI must go up, otherwise these two numbers are fake. Or if NFP come lower than 200k this week, then it can also break about $2,000 level. And what is the most important thing you missed again, and these people are not telling you? Just wait for September FOMC meeting. CPI going up again, same like GDP, is your only bearish news. Otherwise everything is bullish.